getting ready to come up on a track while they're playing a national anthem. If you're moving around the grounds, please pause for a moment. And gentlemen, kindly remove your hats, please. Thank you. Jones. Played out of turn 4, and Mike Henshaw gives him the green. Up into the first turn. Pope Nystrom coming up to speed. Running in at second spot will be the 14 of Frank Cinelli. Third spot, Curtis Stewart in the 12X. Keep an eye on the 73. And the yellow is out for Dave Giddings and James Ray, and back to green. And Dave Jones will be docked one spot for on the restart. Dave Jones will be docked one spot on the restart. Right now, keeping an eye on the number 5 of Kekich, mired in the middle of the pack. Right now, everybody pretty much running single file. Terry Young on the move into 93Y out of Mercer. Halfway, 4 in, 4 to go. Arnie Kent still hanging on the lead down the backstretch in the Swantech 42. Second spot, Curtis Stewart in the Choice Chassis 12. Third, Frank Cinelli in the 14. Right now in the fourth spot, James Ray in a row to wheels 24. Dave Gibbs in the 28, rounding out your top 5. Don't forget the 82 of Jones will be docked to one spot, 4 jumping. 6 down, 2 to go. The white flag waving one more time around for your leader, Arnie Kent. This time around, checkered flag will be waving, and there's your winner, the 42 of Kent. Second spot, the 12 of Stewart. Adams in the 75, and the green's waving out of the 4. Keep an eye on 48A, Rick Anderson out of Mercer, and we got 2 spinning down in turn 1. And Jerry Spence looking to take out on the front stretch off of Ned Priest in the 99. Side by side down the backstretch. Priest taking the early lead down into turn 4. Ed coming up in there, taking over the lead down the front stretch in the 30. There comes Rick Anderson from the pack, back of the pack in the 48A. 3 wide into turn 3. Goob Scholler pulling up in the 3rd. Then it'll go Adams, Priest, and Spence. Anderson taking a lead on the high side of Hudock into turn 3. Yeah, Jerry Spence with some problems. Going to be pulling off the track. Well, 2 of Jerry Spence pulling off the track out of 4. And this time, 4 down, 4 to go. Rick Anderson in the Anderson Beverage 48A hanging on the lead. Goob Scholler in the 61 also into the pits. That's going to put the 99 of Ned Priest into the 4 spot. 5th spot, C.W. Harshman. Tim Hoffman in the 6th spot. And 7th, Mark Torque in the 17T. 6 down, 2 to go. This time around, the white flag will be waving for a 48A. And the yellow's out for the 30 of Ed Hudock. Harshman, Tim Hoffman, and Mark Torque. Flag 4. Anderson, 1 more lap to go. And coming out of turn 4, there's your winner, the 48, Anderson. Second will be 75 of John Adams. And you got the 57 of Johnny Barlow on the outside of him. 32 of P.J. Kerr, the 69K. And McCollum taking the early lead in the Valentine's Racing Photos, 17 down the backstretch. Jackie Couture running in that 2nd spot, 3rd, P.J. Kerr. Denny Kukuchak trying to hold on that 4th, 5th spot into 60. Denny running up on the side, and Couture pushes wide out of turn 4. Denny out of turn 2 with some problems, keeps her moving. That's going to put J.T. Couture in the 4th spot, Norm Meaner in the 5th and the 21. Then it'll go Gary Rankin, Mulheim, Kukuchak, Novak, and Barlow around at the field. And battle for the lead, shaping up into 1 and 2. 3 cars out of turn 2, all going for that 1st spot. Gary McCollum out of Ravenna into 17. Holding on to that lead, halfway, 4 down, 4 to go. Running in that 2nd spot, P.J. Kerr into 32. Putting on a hard drive into 23S, young Jack Soderman Jr. And bringing out the yellow, the 63 of Denny Kukuchak. And the green's back up. P.J. Kerr looking at the lead from Gary McCollum up into the 1st turn. They both go for the low side. McCollum going to hang on to their lead. That's going to leave Kerr running 2nd, Soderman 3rd. On the high side, here comes for the 4th and 5th spot, Gary Rankin and Mike Mulheim. Mulheim right now on a move up in the 4th. In underneath Gary Rankin, but Rankin with the low line into 3. And Mike says, no way, I'm taking it. Mike Mulheim putting on a good ride tonight up into that 4th spot, the 38 down. This spot will be the 69K of Gary Rankin. White flag waving 1 more time around. Here's a checker, and the winner's going to be at the line. The 17 of McCollum. P.J. Kerr coming home 2nd. him out of turn 2. Gets her straighted, towed heading forward. On a move though, the 61 of Gary Edwards. Meanwhile, your leader, Randy Craig, is in the 63K. Second spot with a little bump and run, the 15 of Warner and the 4H of Jimmy Lee, but keep an eye on that black 61 Burley powered. On the move. Edwards up and head on into the wall. The 15T of Brian Varner.
Well, down to one, the 15T of Brian Varner suffered right front damage, creating a flat tire. Won't be able to continue Speedway.
Charlie Cornelius, Sheila Rankin around the out the top 5. Randy Vegas with one heat race windows. And walks down a backstretch, breaking out the yellow. Running up the top 5. Trying to get up in there with a rich running engine. It's off. Halfway, 4 in, 4 to go. Going to the high side of the racetrack, the 61 of Edwards. Edwards up into that second spot. But Harley. A lot of smoke out of the back of the 2.8, 6 down, 2 to go. Doug Heritage showing a lot of smoke when he lets off. Taking a lead backstretch, Gary Edwards. One more time around, Edwards has one more time in the Burley powered Arkansas excavating. 61 all the way from the tail, and taking a win, the 61 Edwards, second spot, the 4H of Charlie. .55 of Troy Norman, 0 of Todd Ron Caglione, the 3 pure stock side on the track, and a green's out. And Hake taking the early lead into the first turn. Dave Lewis running in that second spot. Here comes Hefke on the high side, looking to take over that second spot. Not going to get to stay up there too long. And Hefke does take over that second spot down the back straight. Here comes Todd Ron Caglione in the 0. Up in the 4th spot, Ben Ulster running 5th. Kevin Nagy, 6th spot in the 61. The 14 to the pits of Mike Work. Chris Hake out in front. Jeff Hefke second, the 87 of Dave Lewis in the 3rd spot, a little bumping and banging up in turn 4. Looks like we got a couple cars hooked together. Hake hanging on to that lead this time around, coming around to complete lap number 4, 4 in, 4 to go. Jeff running in that second spot. 3rd, Dave Lewis in the 87. Ben Elswer in through the infield, kicking up a little bit of dust. Chuck Hutzik also in there in the 39. But everybody keeps moving, though, yellow. That's what we like to see. Fourth spot right now, Keith Nagy in the 61. Fifth spot will be the 24. Dave Rhodes. 6 down, 2 to go, and your leader's up on some traffic. Out of turn 4. Chris with Jeff Efke in tow. Efke just looking for a ball out of turn 4. One more time around, out of 4. Checkered flag waving. There's your winner, Chris Hake. Second spot, Jeff Hefke in the 29. Third will be Dave Lewis in the 87. Fourth spot, Keith Nagy in the 61. Then we got Jeff Hefke and Chris Jr. and the 30 of Alan Hudzik. Up into the first turn we go. Steve Fornatale taking an early lead down a backstretch in the 26. Second spot right now at 44R of Gary Robinson. Here comes John Beniston in the 56 on the inside of Robinson. Dan Lewis running in that 4th spot in the 64. Greg Fornataro running out your top 5. Don't forget, 5 cars go to the A. Everyone else will run in the B. Greg Fornataro on the inside. Dan Lewis, and that just might have saved Lewis. And it might have saved Lewis, but moving up into that 4th spot, Doug Arroyo in the 48. Moving up in the 5th to 30 of Alan Hudzik. This time around, a complete lap 4, 4 down, 4 to go. Steve Fornatale in the 26 hanging on to that lead. Greg Fornatale going to be off into the pits in the 33. He was looking at a good starting spot, but means he's going to the tail. He will not get his points for the start of the game. Doug Arroyo on the move in the Arroyo Trucking 40 right now, up into the 3rd spot. And we'll go Beniston and Hudzik rounding out your top 5. 6th spot, Dan Lewis in the 64. Scott Burke running in 7th in the 87, in the 27. One more time around. Steve Fornatale hanging on to that lead, but here comes Doug Arroyo in the 48. Arroyo looking to the high side down the backstretch. And there's your winner, the 26 of Fornatale. And coming home in your 5th spot will be Alan Hudzik in the 30. 4th spot, the 44 of Gary Robinson. Start on a pole will be the 83X of Steve Diapolito. On the 83X. Tad Miller in 93C, a lot of bumping and banging up the front stretch. Tim Smith making it 3 wide. Up into turn 1. Now Brian Baird, Bob McConnell, and Tad Miller going 3 wide out of 2. Green flag going to be waving. Art Robinson. 34, your race leader, Tim Smith, running in that second spot. Third to be Brian Bear into 31. That car was driven real fine Tuesday night by Jim Dandy Jr. Well, now a close one for that fourth spot. McConnell and Steve Diapolito. McConnell taking over that fourth spot into 12. Diapolito in the 3X trying to fire it back up over in turn 2. And a yellow back out. Ron McConnell and Greg Douglas, your top 5 cars. But your points with spot. And Gary Norman on the high side of Douglas side of turn 3 and 4. Gary Norman up into the top 5 right now, looking to get around the 12 of McConnell. Meanwhile, pulling away to 34R of Rick Robinson. Four to go. Robinson, your leader. Smith running second. Brian Bear third. 4 right now for that 4th, 5th, and 6th spots. Bob McConnell saw him in the pits buying a bunch of new tires tonight. And a 13 of Quinn. A 13 of Jim Quinn bringing out the yellow. And Robinson taking a lead into the first turn. Tim Smith running in that second spot. Brian Bear right now. It is for the 5th spot. Greg Douglas running up your top 5. Here goes Brian Bear on the inside of Smith. Smith looking to get back on the inside of Bear. When Bear slides wide in turn 4. The 9 of Norman on the high side of Tim Smith up through 3 and 4. The white flag away by one more time around. .34R Robinson holding on to that lead. Going to be heading to the pits in the 14, and the Marines out. Taking a lead up into the first turn. Keith Parks in the 24. Here comes Mark Morocco in the 66 running in that second spot. Jim Price Jr. third right now. And Bennett getting in the infield in the 18C, going to bring out the yellow. Keith Parks headed in the pit, so that's going to put Mark Morocco out in front. Mark now 4th place in the points of the 250 micros. Jim Price Jr. running in that second spot. Here comes Wally Milky on the inside of Robert Iyer taking over that 3rd spot. Rick Fox running out your 5. Jim Price Jr. in the 10 trying to get that inside line to put up a little bit more speed over Morocco. Mark Morocco takes her high to the fence. Still hanging on that lead. Here comes Rick Fox. Rick coming up in the 4th spot right now in the 31. 4 to go. That's going to put Wally Milky back into that 5th spot in the 41. The leader, Mark Morocco, in the Morocco Improvement 66, holding on to that lead down a backstretch. 6 down, 2 to go. This time around, we'll be looking at the white flag. One more time around for your leader, Mark Morocco. Jim Price holding on to that second spot. Third, Robert Aller in the 9R. And Rick Fox and Wally Milky. Checker flag will be waving this time out of turn 4. There's your winner, the 66 of Morocco. And a green's out. Larry in the 25, taking an early lead. Lonnie McConaughey running in that second spot. In the 5, and we'll go the 86 of Jones. The 32 is Stewart running in that 4 spot, then we'll go to 43 of Scotty Thompson. Coming up, turn 4. Larry Sharpstone and Jack's Home Improvements, 25, hanging on to that lead. Here comes Lonnie McConaughey in the 85. His number has been changed to 85. And McConaughey with an inside line up through 1 and 2 takes over the lead just over halfway. That's going to put McConaughey back into that second spot. Larry Hale back in the second spot. McConaughey running in the lead. Here comes Stewart up into that second spot in the Choice Chassis, 32. The 86 Dairy Queen car of Ronnie Jones up in the third. Going to put Larry Hale. Going to put Larry back in the fourth, and Scott Thompson rounding out your top 5. White flag waving this time around. Ronnie McConaughey down the backstretch, hanging on that lead. And there's your checkered flag waving. There's your winner, McConaughey in the 85. Second will be the 32 of Stewart. Goes to 51. And the green's out. Up into the first turn we go. Jim Baker taking an early lead into 7B. Here comes the 22 of Daniels up into that second spot. Scott Allen running third. Thomas Million and Chad Wright going at it for fourth and the fifth spot. Chad Wright's up in the fourth. This young man's been having problems last couple of weeks, on the move right now in the 9. Aaron Schaefer bit off the pace in the 18, but down a backstretch for the lead. Daniels on the inside of Baker. Baker hanging on to that lead in the 7B. Here comes Chip Wrights making a 3-car battle for the lead down the back straight. Baker, Daniels, and Wrights. And a lot of smoke out of the 22. That's going to put Daniels out of the race. And he makes her to the pits. Halfway. Todd Daniels having a good run. Heading to the pits. The 7B of Baker hanging on that lead. Chad Wright's running a second spot in the 9. Scott running in that third spot, 6 down, 2 to go. Fourth spot, Thomas Million in the 34, rounding out your top 5. The 51 of Lenny Allen, and a black flag being given to Schaefer. Not running fast enough to keep up with the crowd. Coming out of 3 and 4, the 7B of Baker. Lights on the outside. And there's your winner, Jim Baker in the 7B. Second spot will be 9 at Chad Wrights. It'll be Scott Allen in the 67. Fourth spot, Thomas Million in the 44. And rounding out your top 5, Lenny Allen in the 51. So here's your top 5 of Lenny Allen in the 51, Thomas. And it looks like the 71. Green is out. Ron Cagle taking a lead. Coming around to complete the first lap. It is big season championship for the E-Mops. And Ron Caglione is your points leader. Second spot right now is 67X of Jack Young. Right now, third, Bobby Williams into 0-1. On the high side, here comes Rusty Moore into 17, Churchill's Refuge car. Rod Artman rounding up the 5th spot in the 67. The yellow is out for the 01 of Williams and the 67 of Artman. Looking to get the final 5 in, Jack Young, Rusty Moore, Chris Brockway, and Bruce Stedman running out your top 5. Looking to get back up in there, Rod Artman in the 67. And Bob Williams in the 0-1. Halfway, 4 in, 4 to go. With an inside line on Ron Caglione, looking to take a lead out of turn 2. Jack Young. Young does have a win this year in one of Bill Cunningham's cars. And Ron Caglione takes the lead back coming down the front stretch. So back and forth we go up front. Down, 2 to go to 0. Ron Caglione, your leader. With the inside line, Jack Young working his way into turn 3 and 4. But Ron Caglione likes that high side. Second spot right now is going to be the 17 of Rusty Moore. And Chris Brockway and Bruce Stedman, here we come down to the line. Jack Young taking a win into 67. And here will be the 59 of Bill Cunningham, last Mike Gilmore not starting his heat in the 28. Green's out. Well, nice winner up at the A-Side Speedway, taking an early lead down a backstretch. Bill Cunningham. And the yellow's out. Tim Stewart on the high side. Here we go. Green. Taking a lead on the backstretch. Here comes Bob McCann in the USA 1. Jim Dandy Jr. running in that second spot in the D1. Cunningham, sounds like you have a lot of engine problems up the front straight. They're still hanging on to that lead. Jim Dandy on the high side of McCann. Dandy takes over the second spot. Jim Dandy, your winner. Tuesday night at the E-Mods. 7C, Wendell Pickney running in that fourth spot. Tommy Weimer running out your top 5. This time around, 4 in, 4 to go. Jack still up. The 59 of Cunningham still having problems up the front stretch. Bill usually runs a black car here each and every week, changing cars this week. Going to the old standby and having problems up the front stretch. Tight one for that third and fourth spot. Bob McCann in USA 1. Wendell Pickney down low. And McCann coming off the high side down the backstretch. Pickney looking for a low side out of turn 4. 6 down, 2 to go. And the 3 at Cavelli off the pace down through 3 and 4. White flag waving one more time around. We'll see if Cunningham can hang on to one more lap with a sick engine. And checkered flags waving. Here's your winner, Bill Cunningham in the 59. Second spot, Jim Dandy in the D1. It'll be the 7 of Wendell Pickney. And here are your top 5 cars coming home 5th spot. The 2.7 Taste Truck out there. I look in the distance. Jimmy taking the lead down the backstretch. PJ running second, third. Edwards, fourth spot, McCollum. Gary Edwards looking to move up in there in the 61. Right now, everybody pretty much running single file. Edwards is on trying to outside in. No bite out there. Here comes P.J. Kearney inside through 3 and 4. White flag out this time around. One more lap. Down backstretch we go. On the high side, curve down low. And here's your winner of 4H, Jimmy Harley. P.J. running second. Third will be the 61.
And he climbs out of the car, ladies and gentlemen. Our track point right now, Jimmy Hartley. Okay, Jimmy, it seemed like in turn 3 and 4 you were going a little bit high, bouncing off the cushion. How's the track down there tonight?
Well, it's pretty good. We're having trouble. We got a new motor, and I know it's going to be strong, but we can't get it tuned in, and we've just been terrible for 3 or 4 weeks on the bottom end. So I was trying to keep momentum up so it wouldn't fall on its face, but we've had a tough time getting it dialed in. I'm sure when we do, it'll run like heck, but we're having trouble.
And as far as strategy for the feature, starting on the pole, anything different from the heat to the feature?
I'm not on the pole in the feature. I think I'm starting third in the feature. The track's good. The track's good. I think I need to change shocks because it was doing some dipsy doodles there, but I'm going to try to probably run high because the motor's dying on the bottom end.
Okay, once again, ladies and gentlemen, Jimmy Hartley, your major selling dash feature winner.
On the pole will be the 55, Troy Norman. On the outside of him will be the 64 of Dan Lewis. And we'll go the 911 of Jeff Busella. Then the 39, Steve Diapolito, Jim Quinn, Steve Diapolito Jr. And the 83X, the 93C of Tad Miller, the 0 of Todd Ron Caglione, and the 33 of Greg Fornataro. The 64 of Dan Lewis taking the early lead. 5 cars will go to the A. 5 to the A. Right now the 0 of Todd Ron Caglione looking to get in that A main. A long road ahead. Lewis hanging on that lead, and you saw a run in that second spot, the 911. Scott Burt third, and you got Bob McConnell and the 13 of Jim Quinn. Jim Quinn on a bubble spot right now in the 13. Right now your leaders are working on the lap traffic of Diapolito in the 84. The 83X of Diapolito Jr. going a lap down. Slide to the high side, letting your leaders on by. Meanwhile, your top 5 cars pulling away from the 55 of Norman. And the yellow is out for the 84 of Steve Diapolito. And the green's back out. And the yellow's coming back out for the 23 of Ben Elser. And the green flag back out of 4. Dan Lewis out of Youngstown taking a lead. Jeff Busella in the 911 running second. Scott Burt third spot right now, and a little bump and a banging out of turn 2. Right now on the bubble, the 13 of Quinn. Looking to get up in there for that A main. The 0 of Todd Ron Caglione, and also the 33 of Greg Fornataro. And they split Quinn down to turn 2. Right now on the bubble spot is the 0 of Todd Ron Caglione. Halfway. 5 down, 5 to go. Jeff Busella in the Hog Hunter Manufacturing 911 taking the lead. And the 93C of Tad Miller bringing out the yellow. Bob McConnell getting a little wide out of turn 2. Going to put him back into the 5th spot, and Jim Quinn trying to get the inside line on him out of turn 4. Jim Quinn right now into the top 5, into 13. Here comes Greg Fornataro out of turn 2. Bob McConnell back in there. Right now, jockeying for that 5th and final qualifying spot for the A main. Bob McConnell out of Slippery Rock, your local Wicks Filters dealer, hanging on to that 5th spot. 8 down, looking to get the final 2 in. Jeff Busella in a 911 still hanging on to that lead. Dan Lewis running in that 2nd spot. Coming from the tail, the 0, Todd Ron Caglione in the 3rd. Scott Burke in the 27. In the 4th, and still we got that battle for the 5th and final qualifying spot. Checkered flag waving. There's your winner, the 911 of Busella. The 64, Dan Lewis coming home 2nd. 3rd will be the 0. USA 1 of Bob McCann. The 67 of Rod Artman, 2 wins this year. Last night's winner at Ace High, Bill Cunningham. Into the first turn we race on the high side. Chris Brockway. And we got cars spinning all over the place. Up into the first turn we go, down the backstretch. Jeff Cavelli back out into 3. And your early leader, Chris Brockway, into 4th. Second spot going to be the 0 of Ron Caglione. And then we got the 59. The 59 of Bill Cunningham up into that second spot. Going to put Ron Caglione back in the 3rd. Second spot is the B1 running 4th. Jim Dandy on the high side. Ron Caglione can't get her to stick. Running out your top 5 will be the 17 of Rusty Moore. Jim Danny running the high side of the track. Chris Brockway pulling away. And 67 wide, Jack Young into the wall. Final 17. And everybody falling out of turn 4 up the front straight we go. Chris Brockway taking a lead down the backstretch. Bill Cunningham running in that second spot. Jim Dandy Jr. on the high side. About the only car working up on the high side. There's a couple of guys now following his lead. Rusty Moore also working up on the high side into Kerchel's Refuge, 17. Wendell Pickney getting sideways into 7. But he keeps her moving down the backstretch. Back out on the track, Jack Young into 67 wide. But down the backstretch for the lead, Chris Brockway in the 4. Jim Danny Jr. running the hot spot in the second spot, the D1. Third will be the 59 of Jack Young, the Ron Caglione. Rusty Moore getting sideways out of turn 2, and he clicks up Rod Artman into 67. Rusty Moore back out of the pits. The green's out for Chris Brockway down the backstretch. Bill Cunningham running in that second spot. Third, a run on Caglione. There will go Tommy Weimer running in that 4th spot. The US the 217X. Stedman running out your top 5 into 69. Chris Brockway pulling away from the 59 of Bill Cunningham. Chris Brockway already with a couple wins this year. Running real strong. Halfway. And the yellow is out. Green's back out. 9 laps down. This time around, we'll be looking at the halfway. And the halfway signal being out. Chris Brockway taking a lead. Here comes Bill Cunningham on the inside of Brockway out of turn 2, and can't quite get her to stick. Third spot's going to be Ron Caglione, Tommy Weimer, Bruce Stedman running out your top 5. Howard Crowley trying to move up through the pack in at 217. Right now, doing battle with the USA 1 of Paul McCann in at 67 wide of Jack Young. And again, Bill Cunningham looking to get on the inside of Brockway through turn 2. Can't get her to stick. And Jeff Cavelli keeping her moving out of turn 2, not bringing out the yellow. But the leaders will be up on them here real quick out of turn 4. And a 3 Cavelli with an engine problem down the front stretch. 3 cars for the lead. 0 Ron Caglione running it down third spot. 59 of Cunningham and the 4 of Brockway still hanging on to the lead. Time around. 5-lap signal being given. And the 217X of Weimer pushing. That's going to let the 67Y of Jack Young up into the top 5. Going to put Weimer back into the 5th spot. This Brockway doing a fine job hanging on that lead on the high side up the front stretch. Down low, Bill Cunningham, and he pushes out of turn 2. On a move though, Jack Young into 67 wide on the inside of the 0. Ron Caglione, that's going to put Ron Caglione back into 4th. 18 down, 2 to go. White flag waving this time around. Brockway, 1 more lap. 59 of Cunningham holding on to that second spot at 67 wide. Jack Young on a move after going to the pits with a flat tire. Here comes the checker flying a waving. Chris Brockway taking a win, mid-season championship. Here are your top. Coming home 4th will be the 0 of Ron Caglione. 3rd will be the 67Y of Jack Young. 2nd spot will be the 59 of Bill Cunningham. And taking a win will be the yellow number 4 of Chris Brockway. And we go down to Jim Valentine with an on-track interview. How about that for sportsmanship, folks? Bill Cunningham getting out there congratulating Chris Brockway.
As he climbs out of the car, ladies and gentlemen, picking up his 2nd career feature win, Chris Brockway.
We have to apologize about the mic, folks. Just whenever the magnetos are around, it does have a tendency to break up. But Chris is going to get his picture taken with Miss Hickory Motor Speedway. Dana Angermeyer. Also coming in there, Mr. Vern Hawley. Our fine sponsor for the E-Mods this year, Larry Reif and Ram Automotive. Reif's Automotive Machine up in Greenville, PA. So far, Larry's been blowing a lot of engines.
Where'd she go? Check, 1, 2. Okay, Chris. We'll try this again before the mic goes out. Chris, you won your first ever up at Ace High earlier this year, and now you won your first ever here. How does it feel to win 2 this year so far?
Feels great, and we're happy to do it.
How was the car handling tonight?
Oh, we had a little trouble in the heat, but we got it.
Any sponsors you'd like to thank tonight and your crew?
Sure, I'd like to thank my crew, Mark.
Check. Okay, we'll get this figured out here.
All right, coming out right now, your mid-season championship for the Churchill's Refuge Pure Stock, starting on a... Then we'll go to the next row. We'll have the 23M of Tim Smith. On the outside of him, Jeff Hefke in the 29. Then we'll go to 911 of Jeff Busella. Burke in the 24 of Dave Rhodes. Gary Norman taking early lead down a backstretch, but here comes the 34R of Rick Robinson. Norman running in that second spot. Third, you got 0, Todd Ron Caglione, then a 48, Doug Iorio. Here comes John Beniston in the 56 out of Youngstown in the major showing 56 up into the top 5. And you had a lot of cars looking for position, and a 13 of Quinn. And the green's back out. Robinson taking a lead into the first turn. Gary Norman running second, or Todd Ron Caglione, Doug Iorio, John Beniston, and Brian Baird. Then we'll go back to Gary Robinson, Craig Douglas, Jeff Hufke, and Alan Hutzig. Right now, Jeff Busall looking to get around the 30 of Alan Hutzig. A lot of smoke out of the back end of the Hufke automobile. Pulling away from the field is the 34R Robinson. Working to the inside of Norman is the 0 of Todd Ron Caglione. Everybody pretty much single file all the way around the racetrack. All but the 64 and the 23M. The 64 of Lewis and the 23M of Tim Smith. And your leaders working on lap traffic. The 24 of Dave Rhodes, and Rhodes getting loose out in front of your leaders. Your leaders doing a lot of tiptoeing around that lap traffic of Rhodes. Rhodes is going to slide onto the high side, let the faster cars on by. Right now, Robinson pulling away from Norman in the 9. Top 5 cars pulling away from your 6th, 7th, and 8th place cars. And the yellow is out for the 24 of Rhodes and a 27 of Buck. Back to green flag racing. Robinson again taking command of this one. Now Brian Burr trying to move his way up through the pack into 31. Here comes Jeff Busella in the 911 on the high side. Trying to move up and down low on Dan Lewis is the 30 of Alan Hutzik. And he's going to lose his spot to Chris Hake in the 5. Chris Hake right now on the inside of Hutzik. Moving up in position down the backstretch. And your leaders will be working on lap traffic here, not too much distance. Robinson, Norman, Ron Caglione, and Iorio, your top 4 cars. Robinson still working on that lead. Right now, a car now moving the back of the pack, the 5 of Chris Hake. Hake working on traffic, won his heat race. And trying to move his way up through the field. Moving to the high side, the 911 of Jeff Busella. Busella trying to get her on the 44R of Robinson down, working down low. The 28 of Craig Douglas. Also working up to the high side, Chris Hake in the 5. Back up front of your leaders, Rick Robinson hanging on to that lead and giving about a 2-car distance between himself and Norman. This time Doug Iorio slides wide. Todd Ron Caglione tries for the low side down the backstretch. Iorio on the throttle hard out of turn 2 and 4. And he did slide wide out of turn 2, but he's hanging on to that 3rd spot. And the yellow is out. The yellow is out for the 87. Of Jeff Hufke headed off into the pits. 15 down, 5 to go. Jeff Busella way on the high side out of the marbles in the 911. And he keeps her moving. Rick Robinson still hanging on to that lead though. The 9, Gary Norman doing a hard job trying to get up in the run. Robinson. But Rick still hammering a car about 3-car distance between first and second. 3rd spot, Doug Iorio in the 48. Next time around, 2-lap signal will be given. About 17 3/4 laps down. 2 laps to go. Right now, battle for that second spot, the 9 of Norman, the 48 Iorio, and the 0 Todd Ron Caglione. The white flag waving. One more time around, Rick Robinson trying to make it 6 straight for the week. And here comes the winner, Rick Robinson in the 34R. Fourth will be the 0 of Todd Caglione. Third will be the 48 of Doug Iorio. Second will be the 9 of Gary Norman. And taking away in 6th straight for this young man. Here he is out of the car, Rick Robinson.
Okay, check. Well, first of all, Dan Lewis and Alan Hudzik are okay. How about a nice round of applause for those two gentlemen? Second of all, welcome back to Victory Lane again. Last night we were talking at Lernerville. This is your, 6th in a row or 7th?
This is the 6th in a row. I'm not real sure how to take this. You know, these guys keep asking me when I'm going to let them win, and I keep telling them all these young guys that are racing out here, pretty soon they're going to be blowing my doors off so I can take them while I get them, you know.
And as far as the season, this is your, 16th or 17th? I keep losing track here.
I think it's my 16th. I don't know. I'm getting so nervous now. I don't know what to say.
Sponsors, once again, you want to thank them for this fine car you have this season?
Yeah, Larry Wright from Ram Automotive, they put the engine in the car this year, and it is one strong engine. Of course, you can tell that, I guess. And Majors Towing helped me out with tires and stuff like that. You know, he gets me new tires, and that helps a ton. And Cresswell's Campaign, the family business. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even be here. And then Turnaround Tavern, they helped me out a bunch this year, and Advantage Auto Stores, and Ray's Racing Specialties, and E-Racer Go-Kart Park. Just had a lot of help, you know, and it sure does help when you're out here doing this.
It's also nice to be home early tonight instead of the 3 o'clock night from Thursday, right?
Yeah, I might be able to actually sleep for a change.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, your Pure Stock feature winner, Rick Robinson.
Sheets up here.
Thanks, Jimmy. Fine job. And I think we got the problem figured out with the bike. He's too close to the speakers on the front straight. And down there congratulating Rick Robinson. We got Mr. Leroy Kirchhoff. Also Vern Hawley. Down there presenting with a plaque, Miss Dana Anglemeyer. Leroy come along, sponsoring the Pure Stocks this year. I want to thank him for that. And we'll go to the 23 of Jack Soderman Jr. Steve's also out there. Randy Craigus in the 63K. And as we race up in the first turn, Jack Soderman Jr. and Jack Soderman Jr. taking the early lead down the backstretch. Running in that second spot is going to be Charlie Cornelius. Third will be the 61 of Gary Edwards. And you got the 4-8 of Jimmy Hartley. Sliding way wide. Going to be the 9 of Cornelius. And the yellow is out. Now out of turn 4. Nose to tail and the green's out. on that lead. Diamondbacks that second spot. Gary is on the move up into turn 2, 3. And Gary Edwards taking a lead for Cornelius. Going to move Charlie back into that second spot. Third, the 4-8 is Jimmy Harley. There comes the 69K, Gary Rankin right now into that fourth spot. And putting on a good time on the high side, the 38.5 of Mike Ballheim. And the yellow's out for the 60 of Denny Kapuchak. Up into the first turn, Gary Edwards hanging on to that lead. He looking to get on the low side up. Cornelius out of turn 2. And Charlie hanging on to that second spot. Third of Will Hartley. And Michael Ballheim hanging on to that fourth spot. The 69K, Gary Rankin rounding out the top 5. DJ Kerr, man on a mission. Right now up into the 7th spot in the 32. Almost had one over. Ron Houck and the 23 of Jack Soderman getting together. And the yellow is the 3 of Ron Houck bringing out the yellow after contact. And back to racing on a front straight. Gary Rankin working the inside, moving up into 4th spot. Going to put Mike Ballheim back into 7th. Along with him comes the 2-8 of Doug Heritage and the 32 of PJ Kerr. Gary Rankin working out inside line right now. Got a sight set on a 4-8 of Jimmy Hartley. And on for the 60 of Kapuchak. Back to racing off the front stretch. Edwards going hanging on to that lead. Charlie Cornelius in the second spot. Keep an eye on that 69K. Here comes Gary Rankin. Trying to come along with him. The 32 of Kerr and the 2-8 of Heritage. And doing a fine drive and drop back there. Randy Cornelius getting the wheels up off the ground. What a good job not to hitting the 17 of McCollum. Meanwhile, leader checking out on the field. And the yellow's out for the 42. And looking to go green. Move the 69K. Gary Rankin on the move. Here comes Charlie Cornelius trying to get the high side back off of Rankin. Meanwhile, these guys racing for position, and Edwards running and hiding in the 61. Cornelius working the high side of the track. One place we haven't seen the sprint cars the last couple weeks. And Cornelius running at a high side, moving up into the second spot. Halfway, 10 in, 10 to go. Fourth spot's going to be the 4-8 of Jimmy Hartley. Going to go to 32 of Kerr, 2-8 of Doug Heritage. On back to the 38M of Mike Ballheim. Meanwhile, your leader working on lap traffic. And PJ Kerr going to move up into the fourth spot in the 32 around Hartley. And Jimmy Hartley looking to get the low side out of turn 4 on Kerr. And not going to get her to stick. Here comes Doug Heritage in the 2-8. Heritage was closing in on the 4-8 of Hartley. And lost a little room. Up in 1 and 2. Tony Barlow off the pace in the 57. Your leader, Gary Edwards, working on on lap traffic. 15 down, 5 to go. Edwards working traffic superbly down a backstretch. High side, low side. At Dick Schuller 61 car, wherever he wants to go. Right now, it's back for the battle for second place. The 9 of Cornelius and the 69 of Rankin, along with the 32 of P.J. Kerr. Tony Cornelius trying to get some live traffic in between himself and the 69 of Rankin. This time around, 18 down, 2 to go. Tony Barlow looks some trouble, works up to the high side into 57. Letting the faster traffic on by. This time around, white flag will be waving for 61 Edwards. Second spot, I'll go back to Charlie Cornelius in the 9. Third, P.J. Kerr in a 32. And here comes the checker flag, going to be waving. There's your winner, Gary Edwards in the 61. Jimmy, go ahead, Jim.
And now we have to check. Check. Gentlemen, wearing your Major Towing 360 Sprint feature, Mr. Gary Edwards. Come here, Gary. Gary, it sounded like the engine wasn't sounding so good. Do you know what happened with the engine tonight?
Yeah, we've been having a little bit of trouble with breaking rocker arm studs, and I'm only about 7 cylinders.
And I heard that tonight's feature win was also important because something happened here a long time ago. Tell us about that.
Well, 33 years ago, I believe it is 33 years ago, to this day, my dad won the feature down here, so this really is really special to me and means a lot. So if my dad's around, I'd really like him to come down and get a picture with me if he can.
And how about your sponsors? I'd like to thank them and the crew on this fantastic car.
Well, yeah, Dick Schuller, the car owner, and the guys, they all work so hard, and they just really work with the car from race to race to try to get it hooked up better, and I think we got it hooked up pretty good for the feature.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Youngstown, Ohio, your feature winner, Mr. Gary Edwards.
And we'll be drawing, the 50-50 is on its way up. So hang on to your tickets, we'll call it here real quick. And here are your top 5. Coming home fourth will be the 4-8, the fifth spot will be the 4H of Jimmy Hartley. The 4th spot will be the 69K of Gary Rankin. The 3rd spot will be the 32 of P.J. Kerr. The 2nd spot will be the 9 of Charlie Cornelius. And again, taking a win in the Barley-powered Larkin Sons Excavating Majors Towing 61. Also put in on that Youngstown Speed and Custom, the 61 of Gary Edwards. And the next one will be the 42. Rounding out the field, Goob Schuller in the 61. back to green. And Dave Giddings taking the early lead, and we got a power up in the first turn. And the green's out. Dave Giddings taking the lead up into the first turn. And Tim Hoffman off the pace down the backstretch, and everybody doing a good job driving on around. And Dave taking a bump on the inside. It's going to let Dave Jones take over the lead. Here comes James Ray in the World of Worlds Matisco 24. Adams moving up in there in the 75 in the second spot around Ray. And put Giddings in the fourth spot. Fifth to be Stewart in the 12S. Here comes Frank Tonelli in the 14 on the inside of Harshman in the 53. Trying to work his way up through the pack. The 93 wide, Terry Young on the inside of Mike Kekich in the 5. Dave Jones hanging on that lead, and John Adams running that second spot. James Ray third, Dave Giddings. Here comes Rayson Ralphie. Rayson Ralphie Spitaler up into the top 5. Along for the ride, Mike Kekich in the on-up tire, number 5. With a 48A of Rick Anderson. And the yellow's going to be out. Go back to green. And the green's out down the front stretch. Dave Jones pulling out a lead over John Adams down the backstretch. Third spot will be James Ray in the 48. Here comes Mike Kekich in the 5 on the inside of Ralph Spitaler. But Ralph Spitaler in the 73 on the inside of Dave Giddings. Moves on up into the top 4. Right now, the 73 Joe Lieber car driven by Ralph Spitaler on the move right now behind the 24 of James Ray. Dave Jones with about a 15-car advantage over the second car of John Adams. John Adams about an 8-car advantage over 61 ashore to the pits. Stewart slowing into turn 3. And Frank Chanel will be docked 2 spots for jumping. Down, turn to go. Down the backstretch. Gonna have a new race leader. Race center Ralphie Spitaler out in front. This guy will drive anything. Big block modified sprint cars. Right now out in front in the micros. Second spot, the 75 with John Adams. Third, 24, James Ray. way off the pace, your early race leader, the 82 of Dave Jones. And coming up into the hunt is the 5 L&M tire, Mike Kekich. Up in the third, getting around James Ray. That's got to put Ray back to fourth. Right now, your fifth place car is the 42 of Arnie Kent. 15 and 5 to go. And the yellow is out.
Yellow's out.
And the green's back out. And Ross Spitaler losing the lead on the restart. That's going to put John Adams out in front. Spitaler in second. Kekich running third. And Mike Kekich on the inside of Ross Spitaler out of turn 2. Moving up into that second spot. And 82, Dick Jones off the track and into the pits. Next time around, signal being shown. 2 more laps for John Adams in the 75. Mike Kekich working up in there in the 5. Next time around, we'll be looking at the white flag. Ross Spitaler running in that third spot. Then it'll go Arnie Kent in the Swantec 42T. James Ray riding out your top 5. There we come around. One more last-ditch effort for Kekich, and there's your winner. The 75 Adams. Spot will be the 42T of Arnie Kent. Coming home third after leading a few laps, the 73 of Ralph Spitaler. After coming up from the middle of the pack, to finish second will be the 5 of Mike Kekich. And taking a win out of Hermitage, the 75 of John Adams. You're on, Jimmy.
Okay, as he climbs out of the car, ladies and gentlemen, this is his first career feature win. Let's hear it for John Adams. As you are leaving the Speedway, please be careful. It's been a long week for a lot of us, drivers and fans alike. Please drive safely on the way home. John, let me ask you, how long has it been? Come back over here.
We started the very first year.
So you started back in 1992, and you haven't won ever?
First one.
First ever one. How does it feel?
Feels great. We've worked real hard and I owe a lot of people a lot of thanks.
How'd the car handle tonight?
The car was excellent.
And your crew and sponsors?
My wife, Choice Chassis, my sister-in-law, they take care of getting it here and everything else. Choice Chassis, Lori Robinson's Hair Boutique, and Ray Messina helped me out, and Rick Knight from Knight Performance.
Okay, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, Mr. John Adams, career first feature win.
down next. Copper Lumber Micro 250s of Craig Stewart in the 32. Then we'll have the 85B of Ronnie McConaughey. Keith Parks in the 24, and we'll finish out the field if we get the time. Taking early lead, Rick Fox in the 31. There comes the 43. Scott Thompson coming up into that second spot in the 43. Rod Jones getting around Thomas Million in the 86. Rick Sada Mercer and a Honeybee Car Care 31 holding on that lead. The Cuddles of Distinction 43. Scotty Thompson running that second spot. Third will be the 86. Rod Jones. Then we'll go to 19. Robert Aller. Chris Stewart working around Baker in the 32. That's going to put Baker back into the sixth spot in the 7B. The 7B moving into the infield. And he's going to pull back out and try to keep going. And the 7B of Baker going to bring out the yellow. Rick Fox continuing to lead the race down the backstretch. Coming around complete lap number 6. Looking to get the final 14 in. On the move. The 19 of Robert Aller. Here comes the 86. On the outside of Stewart in the 32. Jones and Stewart side by side up the front stretch for the 4th and 5th spot. And back and forth they go. Side by side. Jones and Craig Stewart and Martina Capucha heading off into the pit. Meanwhile, Rick Fox working on extending his lead down the backstretch. That's going to put the 43 of Aller moves up into the 43 of Thompson. Scotty Thompson got to get moved back to 3rd. Here comes Robert Aller on the move. This time around, 10 down. Leaders working on the 51 of Lenny Allen. Allen going a lap down. Right now, on the move, the 19 of Eiler. Here comes Jim Price Jr. working his way up into the top 5 in the 10 automobile on the backstretch. That'll put the 85 of Ronnie McConaughey in 6th, 7th spot. Last week's feature winner, the 22 of Daniels. Yeah, making an inside move out of 2, out of Franklin, moving up into that lead spot. Be working on traffic. Robert Aller hanging on that lead on the 19. That's going to put Rick Fox back into that 2nd spot in the 31. There comes Scotty Thompson in the Cuddles of Distinction, 43. Moving in on the 31. That's going to put Jones holding on that 4th spot. 5th will be Jim Price, 6th spot. Little bumping and banging back for that 6th spot between the 85 of McConaughey and the 22 of Daniels. Todd Daniels on the high side of McConaughey and takes over that position up into 6th. And a out for the 51 of Lenny Allen. 15 in, looking to get the final 5 in. Off to the as we go. Robert Eiler. This young man's led a couple of races this year and has had some tough luck. Thompson holding on to a strong second in the 43. And a black flag for Lonnie McConaughey in the 85. Next time around, Robert Eiler will be looking at the 2-lap signal. We find the Lonnie McConaughey off the track and heading into the pits. Robert Eiler, a lap and a half to go. 19 out of Franklin. Rogers up into that second spot in the 86. That's going to move Thompson back to fourth. Or back to the third spot. Fourth spot's going to be Jim Price. And coming around to win, Robert Eiler, your winner. Covered up, you could cover, okay, and we'll get out of here, then I'll get the top 5. I'm good. Tell you.
Okay, once again, a brand new feature winner, ladies and gentlemen, as he's coming out of the car. Let's hear it for Mr. Rob Eiler. Thank you for coming out on this little chilly evening. Hope to see you back here next week. Don't forget tomorrow, Knox running the big 50-lap modified feature, sharing on Thursday. Still early too, so please be careful going home. Okay, Rob, you've come close so many times, you've dropped out for this and that, and everything else has happened to you. How does it feel to win your first ever?
It's great.
Any sponsors you'd like to thank this evening and your crew?
Yeah, I'd like to thank the Airways Lounge in Franklin, Rescom Carpentry Services, and most of all, I'd like to thank the World of Wheels. Them guys helped me out great with the motor and everything. I'd like to thank my crew, Luann, and everybody else, all my family who's helped me out this year.
Okay, nice job, Rob. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, for those who are left, Mr. Rob Eiler.
Okay, your top 5 coming on 5th will be the 66 of Mark Morocco. 4th spot will be the 43 of Mark Thompson. Of Scotty Thompson. 3rd will be the 86 of Rod Jones. 2nd spot will be the 10 of Jim Price. And taking a win one more time, Robert Eiler down there, congratulated by Mr. Vern Hawley. Getting his first win. He's been real close all year long. And I'll need a couple of guys to get me down the steps, please. Thank you. Everybody have a good night, and we'll see you back next Saturday at the races. Thanks for coming. Have a safe trip home.